This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
We gon' run this town.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday night paint night. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Got my wife, Ashley, here.
Hey, guys.
She will be heading up the computer and any of the questions that you have. But yeah, we really appreciate you being here. We know there's other places that you can be. But yes, thanks for being here. And thanks for the buying the products. We know that there's other companies that offer the same products, but we really, truly appreciate you supporting us with the LiME products. So yeah, there's that. We did do a members only giveaway. Looks like Swampy, you got second place. First place went to, I think it was HD, something HD. I don't know. We kind of lost some of the comments that kind of came on here, but I'll go look back on the YouTube and it says there. But hey, if you did hit first place, let us know. I can't really remember who it was. Maybe Swampy remembers. But yeah, Swampy, you did win. Here's the runner-up prize. There we go. There's the little aluminum helmet there. You can use this as you can hang this off your mirror. Or what a lot of people are hopefully be using these for spray outs. And then we do have the new aluminum panels that are going to be coming of the hood shape. You'll be seeing those coming shortly to Amazon and to the LiME websites. So cool. That's what we'll be painting. Congratulations, Swampy. You got yourself a little mini-me. Okay, so where we're at here is I took the panel, I prepped it down with a prep pad, 600 grit prep pad, and then I sprayed this 3-in-1 primer, just a light coat, make sure I got full coverage. And then I sprayed, we do have a new product coming. I did spray this coarse silver base coat that we have now. So check on the website this weekend. We'll have that up and going. You'll be able to get quarts of these. We'll also have.
Is that DTM primer?
It is DTM primer. Yep. It's also sandable. And we have the candy concentrates in the full pint. So I'm pretty sure this is the largest you can buy the candy concentrate in. The other way that we had it, and as a lot of you know, is we had it in the 4-ounce, but now we have it in the mega pint right here. So big difference. These are going to be on sale for around $60. So you're going to get a pretty good value. There's a lot of concentrate into this. And we'll have those in the same colors here, the red, the blue, and the gold. And it'll also make all of the tertiary colors there, including the root beer brown. So look for those. Those candy colors are going to be coming.
What size flake is in the silver base coat?
You know what? I really don't know the size of flake. I don't know if it's actually measured like that because it's in a liquid form. But if I was to guess, it's smaller than 0.04, so it might be 0.02. It does spray out of the Harbor Freight trigger airbrush with the fan cap, and that has a 0.5 tip on it. We also have all the base coats. So not only do we have the candy colors, we have the red, the blue, and the gold base coats coming as well. Same thing. You're going to be able to mix these together to make those other colors. And all you have to do is reduce these with urethane reducer to make them sprayable. So now we're going to have just regular pigmented colors to go along with it. So we're going to be able to mix up some solid colors to go along with the flake. We're going to be able to layer some pearls on top of that. We're going to be able to do a lot of different combinations now, not just the flake and the candy. We're going to be able to spice things up by adding a pigment up next to some of these flakes and candies, which I feel like it looks really good if you do that, if it has some kind of a contrast. So look forward to those. We will have the next week, we'll have the LiME Webmaker, and we'll be using this tonight. We'll be a panel in here that we'll go ahead and we'll web out. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and mix this up with the blue base color that we have, and then we'll spray that. So y'all be able to see how that works. Great stuff. Pretty cool. It actually shows how to mix it up here. You know, mix 1 part of Basecoat or 1 part of Webmaker with 2 parts Basecoat. And you can fudge that a little bit. You can add a little bit more of the webbing to create a different look. So we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute, but I think we're about ready to go here. So you can see here, I do have that coarse base coat laid out on this.
Mike Manning sent a $20 super chat and said, appreciate you guys sharing your time.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, appreciate that super chat.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Okay, where did I set those tapes at? Okay, we'll have to round up that 16th inch wherever it went. Oh, there's the 16th right here. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to use, I like to start out with 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch, whatever the biggest size of tape you're going to use. This is a smaller panel, so I'm going to stick with the 1/8 inch, and then I'll kind of complement those 1/8 inch with the 16th inch line. So on a regular helmet, there's usually the little rubber that goes around the bottom, and then there would be like a rubber piece around here. So I want to go ahead and kind of imitate what that would usually look like, try to make it look like somewhat like a real helmet.
Someone said, Mr. Cricket's back.
Yes, it's annoying.
It is annoying.
God, he's louder than ever too. So I'm just gonna follow.
He said, ask him if he saw my tank. I sent a pic on Instagram. I sprayed a few light coats of clear with the Black Widow trigger airbrush.
I think I saw something. It was super busy today. I'll check that out though, Swamp.
What will be the cost of the Webmaker?
The Webmaker is going to be on sale when it first comes out. It's going to be around, I think it's going to be $59, but you'll probably see it for $10 or $15 cheaper than that.
When painting a tank with a gas cap lip, how high up the lip do you paint and to avoid having the gas ruin the paint?
I paint, it all depends.
You have to, can you turn yours down a little because they can't hear me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that all depends on what the gas bung looks like. Most of the time I tape up on the inside and then let the tape kind of hang up the edges, and then I'll paint around it. If it has the little lip on it, what I'll do is I'll push the tape into the lip, and then I'll paint everything from that. So yeah, it's a little risky when it comes to fuel tanks. I get that question a lot, actually. I really don't have a problem with it, and really none of my customers ever have. So that'll imitate like that rubber that's around the bottom. See, I kind of swooped it up a little bit right there, trying to make it look like it's tucking back behind. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing right here. Go ahead and take this blade and I'll make sure that these corners are snugged down. There we go. Okay, so that'll imitate the kind of the rubber that goes around the edges. And what I want to do here is Now I want this to look like a real helmet, so I want to avoid putting like stopping the edge right there. So maybe what I'll do is this will be a stripe of leafing. So we will do a little bit of silver leaf. Maybe we'll do gold leaf. I don't know. We'll see. Haven't made up my mind on everything yet.
Everyone's saying they thought that cricket was in their house.
Oh, please. I wish it was. Why is he coming back?
I don't know.
Okay, so that'll be a stripe of leaf right there. Let's go ahead and do another stripe of leaf right here. Maybe we'll connect it right there. That's where we'll end it.
Gross.
Maybe just a little bit, like right there. Get off of there.
How much was the larger can of candy concentrate, and what size of can is it?
The can is 1 pint, and those are going to be $80, $79. But once again, they will be on sale when they first come out, and most likely those will be $20 off. So what's 80 minus 20?
60. Are you asking me, or because you don't know?
No, I do know.
Oh.
Okay, so that'll just kind of tuck into where that into right there. Maybe. No, that's good. That'll work. Okay, so that will also be a stripe of leafing. Maybe what we'll do here is I'll just maybe right here. Just connect that and then just curve a line. Right here. And then I'll just swoop it up just slightly. Oop. Let's pull that back up. Just a little bit of a swoop up so it can kind of look like it's rolling back behind the helmet there. And then we'll trim this. So that'll just duck right up underneath there.
Someone said, just curious about something. Hold on, it moved. Says, just curious about something. Why are some products that are on LimeLine website not on Amazon? It's been a while since I checked, but I ran into this when I ordered Basecoat pigment.
Everything should be on Amazon. If anything, it'd be missing on the website. But yeah, we do have 3 different websites you can check out. Not everything has everything, but everything Amazon should have everything.
Someone said, I mixed up some of the straight red candy of yours and it sprayed out more of a pink color.
The red, yeah, you might need to make it a little more concentrate and give it more coats. Now the rule of 30% candy, 70% clear base coat, you can adjust that a little bit up to 50-50. So remember that if you need to get redder quicker, you can juice up that up a little bit with that concentrate.
What's the shelf life of the leafing glue?
The leafing glue, as long as it's kept shut and closed, it's going to be about a year. It is water based, so if it does get any kind of air contact or getting an airflow, it's going to dry up on you. If you did happen to get a bottle that was dry, when you got it, or if something was wrong with it, just let us know. We'll replace it.
Do we have the disposable cup adapter for the minigun yet?
That's coming. Yep. We will have that in here in the next 4 weeks or so. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll follow this line right here. Maybe we'll go right there. All right, and then right here, this is a shape that a lot of people use when they're painting helmets. What they'll do is they'll create a point right there. And then you just move the tape up. And then let's see how this looks right here. Once again, if we don't like the look, we can always just pull the tape and try something else.
Are you going to be coming out with larger size of sizing glue?
No, that's the only sizing glue that we have. Really, that lasts a long time. We may be coming out with one that comes in an aerosol, so you wouldn't have to put it in an airbrush.
How do you get leafing up after you lay down 2 layers?
I'm sorry, how do you get it up?
Yep.
Huh. Why would you want to pull it up once you get it down?
Maybe it messed up. I don't know.
You'd probably have to sand it off, is what you'd have to do. This razor blade is not very sharp. I'll grab a new one.
He said he wants to pull it up because it got screwed up.
Yeah, you're going to have to sand it off, unfortunately. Oh, that's not a very good line right there. Let me, I'm going to have to re-pull this piece of tape. See how I cut that wrong? No big deal. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, I had a dull razor blade, and that really didn't work out that great. There we go. Much better. Let's go ahead and tuck these back behind.
E. Brown says mineral spirits will remove the gold leaf.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Right on.
thanks
Good
for
looking out.
sharing. Someone said Father's Day sale. Laugh out loud. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm getting ready to put a lot of stuff on sale on Amazon, so keep an eye out for that. All the other smaller candies will also be on sale, and also the clear base coats, all the base coats. Everything that's new will also be on sale. All right, and then maybe I'll just come right off the edge of this into what would be the rubber. Right there. We'll trim that. Trim that. Okay. This is the area right here that we'll webbing here. We'll do probably do honeycomb right here. Right here, I'm going to use a polishing compound, and we'll put like a texture into it. Usually haven't done that much on candy paint jobs because It doesn't look as great on metal flake, but considering this is just a coarse metallic, I feel like it's going to look good. So we'll brush on some rubbing compound and we'll wipe it off, and we'll see. We'll get it, hopefully get a cool texture. And then maybe I wanted to, right here, just break this off right there. Okay, yeah, that looks great. So leaf, leaf. Could have made that a little thicker. It's all right. Honeycomb, brush texture, brush texture. We'll probably just leave this a fade. And then the webbing right there. We'll do the webbing in maybe the blue base coat, the new blue base coat we have. We'll mix that up. And we'll do black around these. As far as colors go, I think we're going to edge everything in a purple. And then we'll use a blue candy. And then blend everything in with the blue candy. But first, we're going to want to complement these lines, at least one side, with this 16th inch.
How does your yellow tape compare to 3M yellow?
The masking, I would say it compares just exactly the same. You know, to be honest, I really don't notice too much a difference in masking tape. One thing you do want to remember is you don't want to leave masking tape on for more than 7 days, or it could leave a residue. The tape, different story. This tape, I've left this on for weeks, no residue. So, okay, so like I said, we'll just complement some of these lines just by maybe going out an 1/8 inch from the other. And check this out. This looks really cool when you do this. It's like, instead of following that line right there, we're just going to curve this around. I really like the look of a curve when it goes to a point. But we need to make sure that's down really good. Let me grab the blade. These are the problem areas that you'll come across, is when you're pulling the tape a little harder on the edges. Also, one thing I forgot to tell you guys, go ahead and type #LiME in the comments. 2 people are going to win one of these panels, and they will also win a paint suit as well. A paint hoodie. Okay. Same thing here. We'll go ahead and start right here at this corner. Curve around that. There we go. Once again, we'll curve around this. You can make it a point if you want, but I like the look of that. And then this one will come to a point right here. Make sure those are pressed down good. Careful not to pull your tape too hard, because that's what makes it stretch and pull.
Can you explain the difference between your base coats?
The base coats and the candies. And so the base coats are going to be a regular pigmented color. There's no metallic, no pearls in them. They're just a solid color. So you can reduce them down, spray them with your airbrush. You'll be able to use them to create airbrush artwork. You can layer pearls and metallics over the top. Kind of making a custom color, almost making like a tri-stage. So you'd have, maybe you want to lay down a blue base color, and then you could just take clear base coat with some...
You meant clear coat, sorry.
I'm sorry, what was that? Now, you have to explain to me again what the question is.
He wants to know the differences between your clear coats.
Oh,
Sorry.
One's a high solids. One is a high solids and one is a medium solids. So personally, I would just stick with the medium solids, especially if you're new. High solids is a little bit higher end clear. It's going to build a little faster. Other than that, they're both going to work great. Both are. You're not going to experience much of a difference between the two as far as spraying goes. But yeah, one does. The Glamour Clear does build up faster. So we'll go ahead and do this line as well. Trim there. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing. Since I could double this one up, I don't necessarily love to do that. So we can go on this side of it, or we can go on this side. I'm going to go ahead and hit it up with this side. Like I said, if you don't like it, just pull it and put it on the other side. That way you can at least lay it out and see what it looks like. It's all personal preference too. I don't necessarily like to build up both sides with the 16th. I feel like it's a little bit too much, but that's just me. You'll find as you get going along that there's certain things that you like or certain ways you do things, which is fine. It's all how you want to do it. So just because I'm doing it this way doesn't mean everybody has to do it this way. You just find your own way. Maybe you want to put 4 lines right up next to each other. This I'll probably, instead of just dipping that down under there, I'll go ahead and follow this side.
Does Adam use the Glamour Clear for his clear coat or flow coats? Sorry.
Yes, I use the Glamour Clear for everything myself. Yeah, sometimes I'll use just the regular standard urethane clear coat, but I like the fact that it comes in 2 gallons. It's a 2-gallon kit, so you're going to have it for a long time. It's going to do quite a bit. And really, for the price, you're getting a little bit better product for still about the same price. You just have to buy the 2-gallon kit. The other one, the urethanes, if you're just painting something small or you're just getting started, the urethane clear coat, standard clear coat comes in quart kits. So if you just need to spray something like this, you could, with a quart kit, you can literally spray 10 of these things or more. So it all depends on what you're spraying. If you're a motorcycle painter and you're always painting, that's what I would do. The 2-gallon kit, because you're going to end up buying more anyways. It's better value and slightly better clear coat.
Patrick said blue and copper would look good.
Blue and copper would look good.
Joy says, I forgot. Keep up the excellent work. Love the show. Glad your wife is more involved because now I can say you two are the power couple in custom paint.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. You're getting more involved, aren't you, babe?
Yeah.
You're learning as we go. She always kind of knew how it worked because I've been doing it for so long. But probably a lot more now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's it for the design. That was really quick. You can see how easy that was. It's pretty simple. Nothing too crazy going on. So I have some purple candy mixed up. Let me show you how I did that real quick.
Oh, maybe our friend left. Good hell.
My gosh. Oh, nope. Okay, it kind of looks black in this, but now basically all this is right here, it's our blue candy concentrate mixed with red candy concentrate. And you can see right here that in order to make the purple, you need 15% of the blue, 15% of the red, and then 70% of the clear base coat, because this is a concentrate. It comes in a concentrate form, and that's going to make the purple.
Someone said, Ashley, how's the pinstriping going? It's not. I need to do it again for sure. It was freaking so hard. We've been so busy moving the warehouse and all that that it's just literally sucked up our whole life. Damn, Adam's got normal shoes on tonight.
That's right. I couldn't handle it from you guys last couple times.
Slacker.
And we're filming horizontal. We went back. You know, you guys didn't like the vertical.
Yeah, that was not good.
Okay, you can see on the edge there how purple that is. Yeah. We want it pretty dark because we want this to be pretty heavy contrast compared to the blue. The thing is, the blue that we're using is the same blue that we put into here. So they'll complement each other really well.
Ram Dragons Art Studio said, I'm just getting back into airbrush after 20 years off. Your videos got me to buy a whole couple $100 in paint. I don't know how to use, so we'll see how it goes. Glad I caught your live tonight.
Oh, right on. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's the blue candy. And if you guys are wondering how to mix those candies, look on YouTube. I have them all on there, how to mix those colors. That's pretty easy. If you buy them, all the instructions are on the back. Now, sometimes what I'll do is I'll edge this with a black candy, all of it. However, I kind of want to save the black. I'm still going to use a little bit of black candy, but I only want to create drop shadows with that. So if I was to edge everything in black, if I was to drop shadow it, you really wouldn't be able to tell. So it's nice to be able to save those darkest colors for last. That way we can accent some of the darkest shadows and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and edge this out with the purple. I'll get the airbrush loaded up.
Sticker says, I've seen some guys using candy in clear instead of clear base. What's your opinion on that?
Candy in
clear.
Yeah, clear coat. The problem is with clear coat, it doesn't dry very fast. It self-levels. So remember, your candy is self-leveling and moving with that clear coat. So if you get any sags or you get a run in it, it's going to carry that candy and it's going to show it. So be really careful when you do that. You definitely don't want to do it when you have lines laid out, because the clear coat takes a while to dry. It's not like a regular clear base coat or any kind of base coat. Base coat dries fast. So it would build up thick around your lines. You would try to pull them. You'd get messy lines. It would be a mess. It really would. The only way that would work is if you were doing like an overall, and it would work as long as you didn't run it, but it's still risky. Very, very risky. Not worth doing.
Will less percentage make the purple lighter?
Yes.
Looks like Welch's grape juice. Lawrence, welcome.
Okay, purple candy.
Add root beer and we'll have peanut butter and jelly. The black candy is the shit.
And we do have the black candy in that pint size as well. All right, let's test this and see what it looks like. So what we're looking for is to make sure we got a good blend here, and it looks good. I mean, that could be a little more reduced. Let's go ahead and reduce that out just a tiny bit more. All right, let's see what that looks like. Okay, there we go. You see how that's a lot softer. You can see, you get that up a little closer to the camera so you can see what you're looking at when it comes to reduction is, you know, when it comes to an airbrush, it depends on what airbrush you're using, the size of the needle, all depends, and it's all relative to how thin or thick your paint is going to be. You're going to need thinner paint for a smaller airbrush than you would a paint gun. So when the normal 1-to-1 is not always the case. So you have to check it to make sure that you're getting good blends. You can see here that the dots are a little bit bigger. You can see here it's a lot smoother.
What PSI are you running?
Full blast. I'm not sure. The thing is with these Black Widow airbrush compressors, it doesn't really show you. It tells you how much air is in the tank, but it doesn't tell you how much you're actually spraying. So it's full blast.
And how are you liking the Black Widow gun and the compressor? They want to know.
The compressor's great. This is pretty good. I still feel like if you're new, I would go with the Avante. I don't know. This is a good airbrush. It's equal or just as good as what a Neo would be. The fan, the trigger style, we'll use that later when we apply the sizing glue. That's a little different. It's okay. We're having, I think a lot of people are having problems with the fan pattern on that. I'm not the only one. I did take it back and I got a new one and it worked better for a minute. And then I sprayed it again and still had a problem with that fan cap. Although the dome cap on there, it does work good. And I do like the 0.5 tip in there. It's really nice.
How do you prevent your airbrush from spitting?
Just make sure that the needle is clean, because sometimes what happens is paint will build up right here on the end of the needle, and then when the paint tries to flow out, it catches on that dry paint and it causes it to splatter. So that's why I run mine without a tip, a crown right here. That way I'm able to clean that off if it does get plugged up. But usually with these urethane base coats and any kind of urethane paint, they don't really plug up as much as like what a water-based would. So it's not as much of a problem. That's usually the case is there. The other case of splattering would be that you're not reducing your paint enough.
Swampy says he wants to know if you figured out what was going on with the trigger airbrush.
The fan pattern's kind of screwy. It's not that. I mean, it's okay. I don't know. The dome cap works a lot better. I don't think I'll ever put that fan cap back on it. But besides that, it's actually really good. It feels solid. I like the trigger action. Fits in the hand good. Just a little issues with that fan cap. As you can see, I'm building this up in layers. I'm not trying to get it all done in one shot. That I'll go ahead and hit that with black. So no reason to even hit that. Once again, just following the tape lines and blending out on both sides.
I have a gallery with 0.03 and 0.05. What's the big difference?
It's a huge difference, actually. 0.3 is going to spray finer, more detail. 0.5 is going to be a lot thicker of a spray. No, not necessarily. If you were doing a big area, yes. Something like this would be better what we're using. And this is a 0.3. But doesn't mean you can't, you know, and you wouldn't use the fan tip for what I'm doing right now. Fan tip's going to spray thick. What we're trying to do is we're trying to aim for the tape blending out. By letting that paint dry and going over it again, that way you're not oversaturating it. If you do that, sometimes your tape can peel up, and you could actually pull the paint sometimes. Let me press this down a little harder. So that was one full tank full. That's how much it does. I think it has a bigger option for a bigger tank for the top. This is the smaller one.
Swampy said it's also good to see you in the custom painting group.
Oh yeah, yeah. I appreciate you doing that, Swampy. Turning me on to that. It's I think, yeah, it seems like it's pretty helpful to a lot of people. Make sure that's the sharpest line right there. You can see it's starting to want to pull just a little bit. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. See, we got a clog right there. Something happened. There we go. Sometimes that just clogs up and you have to clear your needle. Okay, we're looking really good. Maybe a little more of a blend right here. All right. Now that we got everything edged out, we'll go ahead and start filling in the panels. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one first because we are having a little bit of a tape pull right here. No big deal. But let's get that one done first so we don't have to leave that forever. We're going to use what would this be, the negative? I'm guessing this would be the negative side of the stencil, yes. And as long as we spray up close, we're not really going to need to mask it off, so hopefully. Oh, come on. Where are you going? All right, maybe we'll just go ahead and... It's not the easiest thing to do with gloves. Okay. We might have to touch up a little spot in there with another piece. So it doesn't look like this piece is going to do it. We'll do this much though. You want to lay it down so it doesn't have any creases. Okay, there we go. Maybe what I'll do, so we don't have to waste another one, we'll just trim. Trim this guy right here. Maybe we can use some of this. Or maybe not. Not that side. This side's a little bigger.
Can you help me keep this on? Just turn it off?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. I think this is the dull razor blade I was using. I should have just threw it away.
That right there's a honeycomb web.
Ah. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this right here.
Stick it and put it there.
Well, that's not going to do it either. Maybe this one. Okay.
E. Brown said, I've made so many mistakes doing that, and you did it with gloves. Awesome. Swampy also said that he's wrestled around with that honeycomb and had to throw it away.
Yeah. Trying to make this work here. There we go. It's not my first rodeo. We didn't finish it off though. Still a little bit right there. One short. All right, I think we're going to go with it. Yeah, a little weird right there, but it'll be fine.
Benjamin said, bees leave a corner open to travel through, so can you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bees leave a corner to travel through, so
sorry?
can you.
Bees leave a corner
I like
to
your
travel through,
thinking.
so can you.
I like your thinking. All right, let's just lightly, we don't want to saturate these too much because we want it to be a little bit lighter, but I'm going to stick with the purple. You can also do it with the blue candy if you want. Depends on how much you want them to fade in and out. Maybe I'll actually do them darker on this side and then fade them, do them lighter as we go. Real light right there, kind of where it's messed up, and I'll kind of just fade in lighter. Get this way, we'll darken them up. Okay. Since we sprayed that so light, we can go ahead and pull this right now. Hopefully we're good. Kind of check it. Oh yeah. Go a little darker there, and it kind of kind of blends a little lighter. I could have went a little lighter on this side, but oh, that looks good. Go with that. Now I want to make a little bit of a texture pattern right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just this brush. What is this brush I have? A Mac. Probably shouldn't be using a Mac for this, but it's the only one I got. I'm going to take that and then some. Now, I haven't really done it. I haven't done this in a while with the candies. I have done it on like the 80s and 90s style designs, but I'm going to use some of the CSI compound. This is just a water-based polishing compound. We also use this same compound to polish out our parts once we sand and once they're cleared, we sand them with 2,000 grit, 3,000 grit, and then we use this with a machine to polish it out. Multi-purpose right here. So take the cap off of this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll shake it up, get a little bit in the lid, and I'll just use the lid. Okay, I think there's enough in there. Just kind of pal it in there to get. Maybe we'll bring our paper back and see. Oh, it's the best, isn't it? I just want to get some of the compound off so it's just in the bristles a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll just create still like a paint stroke. We'll see how this turns out. Hopefully it turns out good. Guess I haven't done it on this for a while. We need some more there. I just got a whole bunch on the paper there, so we should have enough right there to do this job. The key is not to have too much. Then none of the paint actually shows through. It just has compound over all of it. And really, we're just trying to create these streaks. Oh yeah, that connects to that, so we'll do it right here too. Just to kind of give it a texture. Almost like a metal grain or wood grain. Yeah, that's quite a bit right there. Not much is going to show up right there. Okay, yeah. We'll leave that a blend.
Did Adam spray clear coat over the silver base coat?
No, that's just regular silver base coat. Okay, we'll take the purple and we're just going to lightly go over. We have already edged it, so there's no reason to edge it again. Going to kind of go over all of it. Got my airbrush like 4 inches away. Before I was like up about an inch away. So you see I'm kind of pulled back a little farther. The darker you do this, the more it's texture it's going to show. Okay, that should be good enough. We'll give that just a second to dry. And really, while we're doing it, since this is just going to be open, I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit bigger blend. See, I'm going to go out just a little bit farther. Nope, out of paint.
Can this effect be done with water-based paint?
No, it cannot. Nope. Solvent-based only. Good question. Thanks for asking.
Is the Webmaker available on the website?
The Webmaker will be available next week, but there is a limited quantity. And then about 2 weeks after that, we'll have our full inventory. So yeah, it'll probably go fast and be out of stock. So keep an eye. Okay, just wanted to give that just a little bit more of a blend. I think we're good there. Okay, for when we're pulling off the compound, we're going to want to make sure that we have a clean rag. We're not using a rag that has any kind of paint on it or anything like that. And we do need some glass cleaner. Just regular glass cleaner.
Did I miss the web effect?
Nope, it's going to be right here. Just going to spray that down, let it soak into that compound a little bit. And hopefully this looks good. Because I don't know. We'll see. Well, it worked right there. There we go. Right here, it looks like I didn't get enough compound really in there. And we did have a pretty heavy blend because it's a smaller area. But this is kind of what I was looking for right here.
Charles said years ago we did custom webbing with non-reduced lacquer paint and low pressure.
Oh, really? Interesting.
None of the good old spray away? Spray away?
Ran out. I use a concentrate now. It's cheaper. You can buy like a whole gallon of concentrate and then mix it with water and you're good for like probably your whole career. Okay, yeah, see, it was a little much right here. I think I got it pretty thin. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just touch up that area with just a little more. But this is what I was looking for right here and right there. That looks good. Right there was a little much. So let's go ahead and just take out the brush. Get a little heavier.
Is it as good as the aerosol spray way?
Yeah, I feel like it is. Doesn't smell as good. I love the smell spray away.
Mikey said, if you're on flatter surfaces, try liquid dish soap instead of compound.
What was that? Dish soap?
Yeah, liquid dish soap instead of compound.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Make sure it says lanolin free, I think is the thing on that, because some of that dish soap has silicone in it.
Someone else said, or static charge the surface and use enamel stripping paint and it will web to the surface. Learn that one the hard way.
Huh.
Yeeks.
We want to make sure we get all that compound off. We don't want that to come back and haunt us later. Okay, it's still a little bright right there in that section, but I'm okay with it. I could probably just spray just a little bit of purple just to kind of blend that in a little bit. And that would be good. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's load this thing up with some blue candy. So we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and blend everything with the blue candy, even over the purple.
You could also spray your candy, then swipe it with a rag with a small amount of acetone on it too.
Oh, really? I'd have to practice that one a couple of times before I did that. All right, we got the blue candy already mixed up here. Get that loaded up. We'll see how it sprays.
Somebody asked, can you do a dabbing with sponge or plastic wrap for different texture effects similar to what you did with the brush there?
It's going to look completely different. This is going to be more of a streak look. The other way is going to be more of like a marbleized. All right, make sure we have all our edges down. Like I said, this one's coming up a little bit, but it's still stuck down. It's just pulling back slightly. Okay.
Someone else said, I used to get that effect on Bristol with an abused eraser. Would that still work here too?
I'm sorry, with a what?
Abused eraser.
Oh, that would probably work. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do these texture effects. I like doing a sponge sometimes too, gives it a different look. All right, I had to thin that down just a little bit more. There we go, that's flowing better. We're going to take this blue over the purple and we're going to blend it into the center. Careful not to oversaturate, because when we pull our tape, if we get the paint too thick and it bridges over the tape, like it gets a lot of tape where it just kind of like flows over the tape, and you go to pull it, you could have a problem with adhesion right there. You could pull the paint off. So you got to be real careful with that. It's better to do lighter coats than to oversaturate. More coats.
Fire. Ooh, I love the blue.
Is that buffing compound brushed on?
I rubbed it off. Is that what he's asking?
Well, they're late to the class, so wondering if that's what you did. Yes, that is what you did. Yes, Kevin, that is what he did.
And then, guys, hit the hashtag LiME into the comments, and that's going to put you in the spin on the wheel, and we're going to get ready to do that here just in a second. That's it for that. And then that we don't necessarily have to do yet, because we'll end up doing the webbing on this part right here, and then we'll hit it with the candy again after that, and then maybe I'll hit this with black first. Yes, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll hit this with black first. And let me go ahead and finish with the blue. Once again, just kind of blending into the center. Edges darker. kind of tint this a little bit more too. There we go. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good right there. I'll go ahead and hit this with the candy black to kind of make the edge of the rubber there and there. I'm not going to worry about taping it off. I'm just going to make sure I'm hitting it at the right angle. I'll show you that here in just a second. Let me get this loaded up. Okay, black candy. Like I said, this really don't matter because I'm going to end up doing leafing right there. There's not even going to be paint there. So I'm going to just hit this in this direction. And then, so instead of spraying it this way and getting to overspray it this way, I'm going to get closer and then spray on the edge of the tape going that way.
Swampy didn't know you wanted anything.
Yeah, Swampy, there was a runner-up prize. You won this guy right here, little mini guy. You can hang it, paint it, hang it, pinstripe it. You'll get a roll of tape too. Yeah, there was a runner-up prize. I didn't tell anybody. Okay, the rubber there. That will imitate the rubber there. All right. Looking good. I'm going to go ahead and so in order to do the webbing, we need to shield this area. So I'm going to go ahead and tape up over this.
That could be a Christmas ornament. That's what Sweetie Point said. You could decorate a whole tree with the helmets and the panels.
You could. That would look awesome.
That would look awesome.
Yeah, those are going to sell, and they're going to be used for either something like that, or you can use them as spray outs. They'll be sold in the 3-pack. This tape is a little sticky. Okay, so we just want this area right here. What I'll do is sometimes I'll just stick it to my shirt to get a little bit of the tack off. Maybe we'll do this side. We'll include the inside of that. Now I could, since this is just going leaf, if I was just spraying paint right there, I wouldn't even worry about taping it off because leaf is going to go there. But since the webbing creates a little bit of a texture, it will show through the leafing. So you don't want to leaf on top of the webbing unless you want the webbing to show into the leaf, and that's probably not going to be a good look. Okay, let's try and take my glove with it. Make sure that stays down. And we need to mask this up. Instead of using, we don't really want to use tape on this whole thing, so we'll use masking paper or any kind of paper, really.
posted, I think, small tanks looking cool, like the little helmets and the.
Oh, the little small tank. Yeah. I think that's the next on the list, actually. Is we'll have the full size like this that you can paint, and then also the little mini version. Oh, we do have the mini hoods too. Let me show you those. We do have we have been painting on the full hoods, and we do have these little mini guys too. Well, shit, Swampy, I'll give you one of these too, because I feel like it's not worth just sending one of those and a roll of tape. So we'll get you one of these, one of those, and some fine line. You write that down, Ash? Make sure we're not fibbing. Indian givers.
Margarito said, I pick up on the small things. I've never heard of sticking the tape to your shirt to knock off the edge. That, sir, is one of the many reasons you are the shit.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, I've been doing that for a while. If you're gonna put it up right next to a paint edge, it's probably not the smartest thing to do, because you get little fibers. But for what we're doing here, it works fine. Yeah, it just makes it a little less tacky.
That is why in our picture that he posted, I have tape all over my pants, because sometimes he forgets to take it off. He literally walks home from the shop with fine line, masking, tape
Hooked to my shoe.
to his Crocs, his pants, his shirt. His white was all over mine.
Okay, let's. So this is ready. So what we need to do is we need to mix up the webbing. Let's go ahead and do that. Put this off to the side. So we do need to spray this with a paint gun. So we'll use these 10-ounce disposable cups. We'll be using the LiME 1.4, but you can use the mini gun. You can use pretty much any gun. A 1.7 or bigger would probably, I don't know, it might have a harder time webbing. I'm not sure. Try it out and see. It should still work though. Okay, we got some of just regular blue base coat. You could use black. We're going to put candy over this too, so black would work. I mean, white would actually be a cool look too. That would be a very interesting look. A lot of stuff you can play around with.
Like leaving the bath with toilet paper on your shoe.
Tape. John says, I love those cups. If you had 6-ounce cups, that would be even better.
6-ounce cups. I don't think I've seen them that little. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to put some tape on this so I can
Mr. C, that would be
create a little
cool
tape funnel.
idea. Travis, I get the tape on the floor, carpet, all through the house too.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It's everywhere.
This is a full can, so I don't want to make a huge mess. And this funnel should help us out.
Sticker says, I have 6-ounce PPS 2.0 cups.
Oh, you do? The 2.0. Yeah. I don't. 3M probably has them. Okay, that's plenty enough for what we're doing. Oh, that's way too much, but we'll go with it. All right, that was a way better. So we didn't really drip it all down the can by doing that little tape funnel.
So they make them in 3 ounces.
Really? Wow, that's cool.
6-ounce for the win. I use on multiple guns when using different colors at the same time.
That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and grab the Basecoat Webmaker. So this is just an additive that will turn any base coat color that's a urethane base coat. This won't work on a water base. But you mix it into there as an additive. It says right here, 1 part webbing, 2 parts base coat. Apply 1 to 3 coats or whatever you really want. You can spice this up a little bit. You can do up to 1 to 1, and it is going to web a little more and act a little different. But we're not going to really measure it out too much. We're just going to kind of guess here. That should do the trick. And if it doesn't, we'll put a little more in there. But we do need to reduce this still. Urethane reducer. And basically we just want to make sure that it is sprayable. So usually 1 to 1 would work on this.
John said, I have 6 ounce in PPS 1.0. They just aren't LiME lines, so I feel sorry using them. Laugh out loud.
And you should. No.
That's You said that'd be on Amazon in 2 weeks or so?
The Webmaker will be on next week. And then everything will be on this weekend. You'll start to see the silver base coat, these pigment colors, and the I can't think, the helmet panels. The helmet panels. Okay, I'm looking at this and it still seems a little bit thick to me. I'm going to go ahead and thin it down just a little more. Okay, that's way more than what we need. Go ahead and put on the lid, snap on the ring, and we'll connect our camera. Okay, that thing's ready to go. I'm gonna go down, get the booth prepped, because do I want to spray this here? You know what, I probably can, because really we're not gonna be doing a whole lot. Just one swipe is really what it's gonna be.
So would you say 1 to 1?
So would you say 1 to 1 reduce after the 2 to 1 base for the webbing?
Yeah, I would say about that. Yep.
Is the Webmaker similar to what is used in gel coat release?
In gel coat release?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, let's spray it on something to make sure we're getting the right look here. Okay. I feel like that can use just a little more webbing. You see how it's starting to web? Let's go ahead and put a little bit more in there because I feel like it just needs to, that's not, I mean, right here looks pretty good. I want it to web more. Let's go ahead and put a little more in there. I thought I went a little light on that. We'll check it out. All depends on what look you're wanting. And I'll just, oh, made a big mess right there.
Bring the PSI down.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. We'll shake it up a little bit.
What PSI is coming out of the gun?
I don't have a gauge on this one either. I would say about, I don't know, 25, but I'm just guessing. That's about like 15 or something. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for right there. I may have had the pressure down a little bit low. It may have been a combination of both low pressure and maybe not enough webbing, but that's what we want. Doesn't take much either. I mean, I mixed up a crap load just to do that. Let's bring our panel back.
Adam just goes hard with the air.
Hard with the air, man. Hard with the air.
Try it with the air cap on.
What? Really? Nah, I'm gonna do it, but I don't know. No way.
No way.
I gotta figure that wouldn't work. Like, no, you don't. But hey, I don't know everything. Let me turn the air pressure down just a little bit more. Ah, there we go. Ah, being more controlled with it. That's starting to make it speckled, so that's too low. Maybe a little higher. Okay, I think that's the sweet spot right there. I would say that's like under 20 PSI. Maybe a little bit more right here. Okay. Maybe a little more right here. I don't want to stop. This is too much fun.
Yeah, it looks cool when it comes out. That's the first time I got to actually see it live.
Okay. Yeah, no more.
Cool. Kind of looks like veins of a body. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I think I do have the back. Okay, I do have the back half of this that I did in white. We can spray some more blue over this.
Let's see how cool.
I got a bunch of tape on it though. It's okay. We'll just spray it. We'll have fun with it for a second while it's in the gun. Spray some blue over this. It's hard to tell. I can't really tell over that.
Yeah, you can't tell on that one. Yeah, but it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I just want to keep doing it on everything.
Would it be too thick for an airbrush?
I'll experiment with that. I would say the trigger airbrush might do it. The regular airbrush, I don't think would. It does work with the LiME mini gun, though. I have. In fact, that's how I tested it. Okay, that looks good. While it's here and it's taped up, I might as well, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and just blend in a little bit more blue candy into this.
Does the webbing have a shelf life?
Be honest, I don't know the shelf life of the webbing yet, so I don't even want to say.
Put some in the airbrush.
No, I don't want to mess up my airbrush.
Paint Ashley with it.
You guys talking to me a lot of stuff.
Now you have 16 ounces left to pour out. You could paint shirts. How long for the webbing to flash?
I'm sorry?
How long for the webbing to flash?
It all depends on how heavy you spray it, but it's already dry.
Ash needs that on her nails.
Oh, hey. Want to try? Let's tape them up.
Go ahead.
What? That would be cool, right?
Go
Maybe next episode.
Go ahead.
I'll fine line around your nails. We'll try it with an airbrush. All right, I'll take some more of the blue candy. I'm going to over-reduce it a little bit, which means I'm putting a little bit more urethane reducer to make it thinner. That way it flows out smoother.
Could you add some glow-in-the-dark powder pigment to that?
Very interesting. Yes, you could take the glow-in-the-dark powder and web it. And it would web. That would be... Could you add it over the top? I don't know if that would be worth it or not. I don't know what that would actually do. I mean, there's a lot of experimenting that can go along with this. I still had quite a bit of black paint in there when I put this blue, and it may have contaminated the blue into the black. I'm gonna have to clean this out.
Now painters can mix up Murano pearl cobwebs like old school 70s paint jobs.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can experiment with this, like I was saying.
I want to see him tape up her nails. No hiding from the camera. Is cleanup with acetone or lacquer thinner?
Either or.
Wouldn't that be cool with chameleon?
Yes. Yep. Pretty much any paint, as long as you're putting that chameleon into a clear base coat, it's a urethane paint or an intercoat clear, it would work.
Holiday says, I've done the webbing look with spider gel on nails. Been a nail artist for almost 30 years. I'd love to do your nails, Ashley.
Oh, hey.
Wow. So see, you could do it. She's done it.
Well, how does she do it? With a spray can?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let's see if she'll answer.
Okay, that's a pretty good blend there. Maybe I'll do a little more. I mean, they do have the same stuff like in a spray can, I think, through Montana spray cans or whatever it's called.
Somebody said that, and I just couldn't catch the message quick enough.
Yeah, Montana has a line. The nice thing about this is you're putting it in the base coat you're actually using, and you can choose your color and you can make it on the fly. So you're not buying a can of a color that you may not use again.
She said it's called spider gel. It's specifically designed to do that effect on just nails.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's cool. I've never even...
There's a good chance it's probably the same stuff as this.
How cool.
All right, let's peel this off. Oh.
Ulsa has them too, but it's the price of a tank of gasoline.
Oh, so it's like $100.
Rust-Oleum has webbing in a spray can too. Adam needs to try it on my nails. I haven't had my nails painted in so many years because with being a nurse, you just don't. That's the downside of Montana cans, and it's not available in North America. I've only seen it in Europe.
Really? Good to know.
A long time ago, when Adam first started airbrushing, I let him airbrush my body, my arm, like he put tattoo sleeves on my arms. It was so cold.
Well, when was it? Was it wintertime?
Yeah, because we were doing it for Halloween
My compressor was outdoors, so.
costume. Yeah, it was freaking cold as shit. But he painted.
I still have that paint too.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's still good. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, he painted me with it. It was just so cold, and it was like in October.
Yeah, my compressor was out in a shed outdoors because I couldn't stand the noise.
It was so cold. I just remember I had chills. when he was painting me. It was cold.
All right, let's do some leafing, huh? Let's put a Harbor Freight thing. I want to make sure it stays clean, so there we go.
There's actually a company in Toronto that sells Montana. It's like a skateboard graffiti store. Get them toes done, Ashley. They've had webbing in spray cans for years. The problem with the cans, you don't have the control you have with a gun.
Oh, I can imagine, because you can't really change the PSI on those.
Yeah, I could see that.
And probably when you get towards the end of the can is when they work the best. I would imagine. Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm dead on with this. Did I go over? Nope, I made it. We're good.
Benjamin says, I love body paints. Charles says, I airbrushed several casts on people over the years. Oh, I never thought about
cool.
that. That'd be cool. I will say the candy black under the blue makes a nice color. I did that on my son's welding hood. It's probably my favorite.
Nice.
I used some Still Seal DBC that was 11 years old. Still good. Holy moly.
Huh.
My granddaughter would love that helmet Adam's painting. Those are her favorite colors.
Nice. This is... I'm a sucker for root beer brown, really. But this is probably one of my favorites. I like the purple and the blue. The purple is nice and dark, so it has good contrast. So you don't really have to use any black for the edging.
Did you move it? Yeah. Oh. My chair just moved by itself. I didn't know you moved. Joe says, missed 2.
Joe says, I missed 2 weeks and I'm late to the show. I feel ashamed.
You're grounded.
Grounded. Trouble, trouble.
You go sit in the corner. We'll call your name later.
Gonna have to do the drawing for the helmet now.
For this helmet?
That's what they said.
Oh, hey, we're supposed to do a drawing for, the helmet and the... Not this particular helmet. You're going to get a raw helmet like this, not painted, and a paint suit. Let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay, so wait, what are they winning so I can write it down?
You're going to win. You're going to need to let us know the paint size of the suit you want. We have large, extra large, and double extra large. So you'll win that, and then you'll also win a blank aluminum hood. So, yeah, all you got to do is hashtag LiME in the comments, and that's going to automatically put you in to the... Unpainted.
The helmet or
the helmet.
Paint suit and a helmet.
Yes.
The big one or little?
Big one.
Okay.
And we'll do it one more time. So if you don't win,
we're gonna
stick around, because when we're done, we're still gonna give one more away. And the paint suits are actually pretty rad. They're like a paint hoodie, 2-piece.
Daryl says those paint suits are fire.
Yeah, and we haven't really pushed them that hard. We've had them forever, and we finally got more sizes in. So yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, so if you win, you have to email, and then you got to tell me what size and
your address. Got to know where to send it.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's do it. Good luck, guys. Oh, Chopper. Wait a minute.
That is not fair.
That's not fair.
That ain't right.
Let's do it again.
The hell?
I've never won anything.
Well, you win your own stuff. There you go.
Christopher Warwicks. Congrats, man. You did it. You won. Hey, but if you didn't win, you still got one more chance. So stick around. We're just going to throw some leafing down here. And let me get rid of some of this. I don't need all that.
Mr. Six said, about time you won, Ashley. True. What the heck, man?
I saw Bob's name on there, though. What's up, Bob? He was on 2 weeks ago. Somebody didn't claim his prize.
Yeah.
They've already lost it. I'm not repeating the name. It's coming to me. I actually did win that one. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Make sure that to happen. Don't want to overmask when it comes to leafing. That would be super hard to fix.
And then we're going to spin one more time, right?
Yep, one more time. Right after we get done laying this leafing, which we're about ready to do right now.
How many different blank panels do you carry?
We have the hood panel, and we have the hood panel looks like this right here. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the hood panel. We have those in stock already, and then we do. These are brand new. I just barely picked these up today, actually. And then we do have the little trees, the air freshener trees, and we have these like we talked about earlier, the little mini. So you can use these for spray outs. They'll come in a 3-pack. They're going to be super cheap, like $12 for 3 of them. But yeah, if you want to spray out different colors, like candy colors to show customers, or pinstripe them, or try to custom paint them. Next is
going to be the tanks, right?
The what?
The tanks, the motorcycle tanks next.
Yes, that's the next thing we're going to start carrying. They'll be like a wassail style tank. Okay, we're good. I'm going to turn that fan off because there's no way we're blowing leaf on this thing. Or laying leaf with that thing blowing.
On the hood panel, does it need to be primed first?
Yes, you can use a spray can primer. I mean, with these, it's like you're not painting somebody's motorcycle. If you're painting a motorcycle, you really kind of want to stay away from aerosols that are just one part. However, you can use them here and there if you need to like touch things up. But overall, you just kind of want to stay away from them unless you're doing like an art project like this. It's going to hold up just fine. This thing's not going to be out in the elements. They're not going to be riding this thing around. I hope not.
Someone said, I don't know how you tape with gloves on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Drives me batty.
It probably drives him crazy watching me. Okay, so I do have the trigger style airbrush with the dome cap. Now, the fan cap does hook up to this, and then it creates kind of a fan. We're having some problems with that. I think other people have had problems with that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and put the first coat on. Once again, with this leafing glue, you want to make sure that you're applying it lightly.
Mr. C said I should do a Christmas in July special where you do like 5 or 7 of those different little ornaments.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's what I said. I put it down. I think it is a cool idea.
We just got to remember until Christmas. That's a long time away.
Well, it's Christmas in July, so you buy them so you could paint them.
Oh, you know, Christmas in July.
Christmas in July, you sell them, and then they can have them and paint them so that when Christmas comes, they can put them on their tree.
I like that idea.
I know, me too.
I think Mr. C should do it. I like it so much, I think he should do it.
Then maybe he should be the one I send the first package to.
There we go.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll send you the first one, Mr. C.
Okay. Mr. C's going to paint the first one. He talked us into it. Now he gets freebies. Good job. Okay, that's good. Do another one in here. So I'm just testing the tackiness. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, the tack to that. You don't need much. You want to make sure it doesn't string up, though. You don't want to spray it so wet that it that it strings up. And then also you definitely don't want to lay it down on the glue that's wet. It just needs to be tacky. Let me get my leaf ready.
Can I use the aerosol black primer as the base coat?
The aerosol primer as a base coat?
Aerosol black primer as this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And then you could dust a couple of coats of the silver base coat over that, and then you're good to go. You could use, and if you wanted the black base coat, I mean, you could. I probably wouldn't do it on customers' parts. I would just probably still spray a black base coat over the top, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work. Definitely if you're flaking something, black sealer or black primer does work. You wouldn't even need to worry about laying down any base coats on that. This is how the leaf comes. It comes in a little packet like this. If you speak Japanese, it's Japanese right there. House, smiley face, dash. Yeah.
House.
Well, that's what they all look like. That looks like a little teepee.
Oh, like that.
They all look like houses. You ever seen that? Like Japanese writing? I don't know. I'm trying to be funny.
I wasn't. I was reading comments, so I wasn't sure what you were saying. I wasn't looking at this.
Okay, last coat. Make sure we get it nice and even. This, for some reason, seems like it's a little clogged up. Let me...
It says LiME leaf.
You speak Japanese?
Yes, he does. Yep, little houses.
Okay, there we go. Yep. Just had to clean that needle off a little bit. What's that? Sticking right there. I want that there. I think it is. I think the cap's a little clogged. Yeah, if that hole gets a little clogged, it will. Yep, it'll stop the flow. These caps are super tight on there too. There we go. That's better. Make sure I spray it on this direction. You see how I was spraying this way? It's going to miss this whole edge right here. So we want to make sure if we're not spraying straight up and down, we need to hit it back the other direction. If not, you're going to have jagged edges. Okay. We are good to go. Oh, yeah. All right, the smoother we lay down this leaf, the better it's going to look. Well, people are really going to complain I'm wasting a lot of leaf on this one.
Vapor lock.
I'm sorry?
Vapor lock. Your PSI is to the moon, bro.
Yeah, I like it that way when I spray this. And that is true. There we go. I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually cut these on a guillotine cutter and make them smaller. But the goal is to get these things to lay out as smooth as possible. Oops. So I feel like the bigger sheets are better. And these are actually smaller than what normal sheets would be. Okay.
I love the videos, getting into leafing, learning as much as possible, says Ruben.
Right, yeah, leafing's a cool thing to learn. It really ups your game if you can add leafing to your custom painting. Man, I mean, it really makes a difference.
Chopper Bob said, hey, Adam and Ashley.
What up? Hey, you should be getting your package soon. I'm pretty sure I left some leaf in there for you too. Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Joe sent a $20 super chat and said, hope this gets me out of the corner for being late. And thank you, Adam, for passing on your skills, and Ashley for being the lead production manager. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, right on. Yep. You're out. You're out now. You're good. Wow, you want to shut that window?
Damn, what's going on?
It's gonna blow my leaf everywhere.
Oh, I dropped the Jesus. But it's okay.
Oh, little chunk there. Okay.
Thanks for the super chat, Joe.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Joe.
Some funny comment.
All right, we'll get that.
I'm glad you all like me to be here as helping as well.
Yeah, we need you. I can't do this by myself. Okay, this is the first layer I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna, once I get this burnished out.
We all came for the spanking, Adam. Get to it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to spank it.
He wanted to get out of the corner before the spanking commences. You can't drop baby Jesus. I accidentally did. I knocked him, but he's good.
He's all good.
I'm trying to learn how to leaf gild. I hate that word if I say it right. Gild right now. Definitely
Gilding.
Gilding. Definitely a different animal than this. I do spray chrome, so leafing, in my opinion, opens up so much more possibilities. I love it, guys. This is my first live with you.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for being here. I had a little problem right there. Some little chunk got in there.
B-Max says, so what does a makeup brush do? Well, you got to head over to my page for makeup tutorials. Just kidding. I don't do stuff like that.
It's the brush is just a burnish. You can see it's starting to it smooths it out and it gets rid of the excess, and it also pushes the edges down in. We have a roller too, that but the roller works better on thicker lines. These smaller ones, it doesn't do quite as much. So I just stick with the brush. All right, let's get rid of the excess here. So, and we're going to leaf it one more time. So just one more layer of glue. Push that down. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what is, there's something underneath the tape right there. Okay, I think that'll take care of it. We'll see. Right there too. Okay, one more glue job. We'll clean this up a little bit. I will turn that air down a little bit. That's a little ridiculous. Okay, that's better.
What's under this thing? And he said cat hair. Oh wait, that would be at my house.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
What's the purpose of multi-layering the leaves?
So when we go to spin it, sometimes what will happen is you'll burn through. This creates a safety layer underneath. That if you do burn through, you still have the same color underneath it. So you're not going to be able to see the underlayer, which happens a lot. And also it helps with your edges. It keeps the edges really sharp by having those double layers there. And usually you can see like little problem areas like this we had. We'll want to make sure we concentrate on that on the next one to make sure we don't have a problem there again. But between the two layers, you usually can get it near perfect. And to be honest with you, if you look at most leaf jobs up close, they're not perfect.
Trying to put me on the screen, I guess.
Ah, sorry. instead of hitting the mic button, I hit the screen. I thought I was going to show my face again. Ah! Panic mode. Do you ever patina your leaf?
Patina, huh? Never even tried it. I don't even know how I would do it.
Do you guys sell the sanding pads for the spinners?
Yes, we do have those.
We have both sizes. He just needs to get the 1/2-inch ones on
The
there.
half ones are they're not on yet, but they will be this weekend. The 1-inch are on there.
Never leaf twice with the real gold, that's for sure.
It costs you a little more, huh? Real gold doesn't spin like the imitation does. Okay, we're ready.
No, Bubba, I accidentally hit the person button, so it almost actually was going to show my face on the screen.
Is that Bubba HD?
No.
Okay. Because he's the one that won, I think is who it was.
It's funny that you say that because Bubba says he won, and you said it was, and his name was just Bubba. And then Cody CAD said he won.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, something happened.
I was just gonna
Something happened.
have them, both of us, and you can figure it out.
Yeah. But I really think the Bubba won though, because when I came back, all the comments were gone, and I know
that's what they said. Something happened.
Yeah, because he was on it like pretty damn quick. Well, you're here for the spanking.
Oh, he says it comes up Bub on here, but I'm Bubs HD. My eyes just wanted to add an E in there.
Did you see what I did with my leaf pack? Oh, it's right here. There we go.
You don't. Mr. C said your face on screen would be fine. You're beautiful, Ashley. My ponytail is so tight that my head hurts and my eyes are probably real
Bloodshot.
Real Asian looking because my ponytail is on top of my head, and it is. If there's any girls on here, they know when you have a ponytail so tight and you take it out and your freaking head feels bruised. I can't wait.
Why don't you just take your ponytail out?
Because then it's on my neck and
Pretty hot. It's pretty hot in here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to turn the fan off and when this is going on, because this does not work with any kind of airflow. Last little piece here and lay it out smooth. Come on. There we go. Okay.
Ruben says, my daughter goes, that ponytail too tight, her eyes are Chinese looking. That's what. It's so high. It's a high ponytail. And it's tight, so it's the head feels bruised when I take it out. Take your ponytail down. It's so hot in here, I can't take my hair down.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Whew. All right, we'll take the brush again. And once again, we're concentrating on the corners to make sure they're pressed down. If you don't spend the time doing this, you're just not going to get the nice clean edges. And you can see the more you brush it, it makes it look more uniform. And it kind of brings the joints together.
Proud of it, Chopper Bob said.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I spank leaf and proud of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I learned how to. Never forget that.
Do you recommend starting with the 1-inch spinner or the 1/2-inch?
In this, I'm going to use the 1/2-inch spinner because the areas are smaller.
I think they just mean starting out, like not what you're particularly doing, like for them.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Usually 1 inch is, if it's going to be the fatter lines, you'd use the 1 inch.
It's trying to go to me again on the screen. The hell?
Okay, top's looking good. You can tell because if you look up real close, it's going to be, you can't really see it on the camera, but you'll see where it bridges over and it's loose. You just need to make sure you look down each side of the line to make sure that it's pressed down into the glue. And this is turning out really nice. This will be a good one.
Yeah, for starting out, do you think they should do the 1 inch spinner and half?
The 1 inch spinner is going to be more versatile because you could still use a 1 inch spinner on this. The ½ inch spinner, you would need to have small lines like this. So, but yeah, I could use the 1 inch spinner on this and it would look good as well. But the one inch is what overall is what most people buy and most people get.
Bubba said, Ashley gonna photobomb us 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, I almost did. For some reason, the screen all by itself went to screen 2 again.
It's the algorithm. They want you back on.
Must.
Okay, I think I got it here.
Spank it, brush it, then twist it. Yep, must be an art form.
Pull it, pop it.
I noticed the brush kills some of the shine. Would that diminish if waited longer for the sizing to dry?
No, the brush really it puts a grain into it. And well, really what it's doing is taking on the texture of the base coat, really. So now if this was applied over sanded clear coat, it's going to be a little bit smoother because you've sanded that clear coat down and it's not laying on top of a paint. So if you want it to look like the best it possibly can, do this late, like clear coat do this late, like do your graphics, pull your tape, clear coat it, sand it smooth, clean it really good, lay your tape lines down just where you're wanting your leaf to be, mask it up, then lay it down, and then you're going to get a really smooth surface because it's not laying down on top of a base coat, it's laying down on top of sanded clear coat, that's really smooth. So once again, leaf is so thin, it takes on the texture of whatever it lays on top of. Same with the glue. You know, the glue, if you spray it on chunky or dirty, or your airbrush is dirty and it splatters, the glue's not laying down smooth, you know, because I just did light coats, it will take on that texture.
Do the lines blend in? How do I make sure they aren't visible?
They blend in. You can see there was a joint right there. There was a joint there. And same thing up here.
Bubba said, are you rocking the bibs again? You noticed I was wearing overalls last week, too? Oh my gosh, my face was on there for way too long. Oh my gosh. No overalls. I got mom shorts and the mock neck tank top, if you know what that is. How long can you leave the sizing in the airbrush before it becomes difficult to clean out?
To be honest, I leave it in there a long time. Like, I won't even clean it out tonight. I'll probably clean it out next time I use it. It's not that bad. I'll use glass cleaner. You can use mineral spirits. Somebody mentioned that. Also, you can use alcohol.
How much overlap on each spin?
Well, we're getting ready to do that here in a second, but I like to do like a 40% overlap, just leaving the center barely. But it's all personal preference. There's no right and wrong way.
Was looking at some PPG epoxy primer that said non-sanding primer. How does that work? I don't understand the non-sanding portion.
Okay. Epoxy usually is non-sanding. It's not like a sandable primer that builds up to where you can knock it down and get rid of imperfections. Epoxy is meant just to protect and seal up the metal. It's the best thing you can really. There might be a few other things, an acid wash and stuff like that, but epoxy is going to protect the metal from elements from corrosion and stuff like that. It's not really meant to build or to sand, although you can sand it and you can scuff it down in order to put more coats on top of it, but it's just not used to build and to sand. That's why they call it non-sandable. But you can still sand it. It's rock hard is what it is. It's epoxy, super hard. And that's really what you need. And that's the best way, especially if you're working, this is aluminum, but if you're working on, regular steel, epoxy is some of the best stuff that you can lay down to protect that metal. And then you would scuff it down with a scuff pad, and then you could lay down a sandable primer, which is meant to build, and it's meant to cut down to take care of those imperfections, but that does not protect against corrosion like epoxy does, and it's not as hard. So the best way to do it would be to clean your metal, prep your metal, lay down the epoxy primer. You can if you let it dry, you'll need to scuff it down. If you stay within your recoat window, you can spray the epoxy primer, and within like a half an hour, but no longer than whatever the manufacturer says, you can go straight to your sandable primer without having to sand it in the same session while you're still in the booth. Epoxy, and then a sandable high build primer, which we do have both of those in the LiME brand.
What? Oh my gosh, this thing just moved up on me. Let's see. What day are you going to be down in O-Town?
Tomorrow.
Oh, yes, it is tomorrow. It's Friday. We're going to be at the Tucker two-bit
motorcycle show. Mm-hmm.
We have a booth.
Hosted by Tucker Speed. And yes, we do have a booth down there. So if you're in the Ogden area, tomorrow we'll be at the Monarch, which is downtown 25th Street. And there'll also be a car show down on 25th Street too. So if you're at the car show, head up to the Monarch, and there's a really cool indoor motorcycle show. They have invited builders there with pedestals. A couple of my bikes I painted will be there. A couple of the baggers, and we'll be there as well.
Yeah, come say hi.
Ashley will be there signing autographs.
Why the hell would I sign an autograph? People don't know me.
They want to see you, not me.
No, they don't. But I will be there, so come say hi.
And if you want an autograph, she'll say yes. Okay, we'll move that out of the way.
I hear there's some haunted places in Ogden.
Oh, yes, there is.
There is.
Yes.
A lot.
Well, in fact, right next door is the haunted Ben Lomond Hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happened there.
Yes, there is.
Well, in fact, the Union Station is at the west end of 25th Street right there, and that's supposed to be super haunted. In fact, your dad went there ghost hunting, and he caught some stuff.
Yeah, he did.
On film. It was pretty crazy to watch. But there, it used to be back in World War II. I don't know my history that great, but I guess World War II, they used that the Union Station, and they just packed it full of bodies because of soldiers that they didn't really know what to do with. So yeah, and it was in Ogden was like, Utah's a pretty religious state, so any of the riffraff would go through Salt Lake City. They wouldn't let them out in Salt Lake City. They would have to come here to Ogden, and that's pretty much where everybody would party. And we have underground tunnels actually that go underneath 25th Street that are mostly sealed up now, but pretty cool history there.
Paris said,
Street, yep.
Paris said Ghost Adventures was there, but I haven't watched that episode yet. They were also a house really they were actually at a house really close to our house for something too. I remember our daughter told us about it. They were at a house in Pine City, like by a cemetery or something that's super duper haunted. That's pretty. I feel
like that was fake.
Was it? I don't know.
I think so. But
Charlie said I did the ghost hunt there too.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Travis says, what's scary is all the Mormons on bikes. All the Mormons on bikes. It's true. That station is scary. The basement of Brewski's has some crazy shit too.
Yeah.
Adam and Ashley's signature. Pretty religious state, understatement of the year. No wonder Ashley's a nervous wreck. Dang, there's an episode on ghost hunters. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think there's a few from, like I said, Ogden, and then my daughter would know the best because she likes all that stuff. She actually got us to go to the Stanley Hotel, and we bought ghost hunt gear and did that.
Yeah, where's that at? Colorado. What city though? I love that. I love that town. Is it by Loveland? No, I think it's by Loveland.
Oh yeah, I can't remember, but that's where oh my gosh, what's his name? Stephen King wrote The Shining. And so
Yeah, that's where I got inspiration for it, I think. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
All right, we're almost there. Hang in there, guys, because we're gonna give. All right, we're almost there. We still need one more thing away, and we still need to spin this. We need to spin this, and spin the wheel.
Bubba said Al Capone had a house not far from me they used for gambling, partying, and who knows what else.
Really? Wow. Well, Al Capone actually was a big fan of Ogden and 25th Street. It was always known to get off the train there, and as during the Prohibition. So I think all the bars were down in the tunnels.
Yeah, they'd go underground to drink, and then they'd find a hooker on 2 Bit Street. That's why it's called that on 25th. They could come here for a hooker and beer. What's up, brother? Hello, wifey, says Painter Dominic. Hello. Brandon said, cool, thanks. I'm going downtown tomorrow. I'll holla.
All right. Yeah, so usually some cool cars too down 25th Street. It's going to be super hot though, so come to the Monarch because they have a band, they have alcohol.
Estes Park.
Oh yeah, Estes Park.
Yep, that was it.
They have that lake there. You can't swim in it. I know this. Become big trouble.
This is true.
We literally rented a pontoon boat for like 15 minutes because he got kicked out.
Yeah, they came on the boat. Cops came and made us.
I was gonna try to run, but that thing literally only went like 8 miles an hour.
The Cinedome Theater in Ogden was pretty trippy. Hey, I used to love that place. We'd go to midnight movies there in our pajamas. They had opium dens in the tunnel too. Oh, I'm sure they did. Painter Dominic said, thanks for the package. I got it the other day.
Oh, Dom? Is that Dom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on, dude.
Jeremy said,
killing it on TikTok lives. I noticed.
Nice. Jeremy said, I'll have a bike in that show. See you guys there.
Oh, badass.
Cool.
Who is it?
Jeremy Diamond.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to try to come check it out. Sometimes I hate doing a booth because you can't leave, but
no. That place is small enough. We're gonna be everywhere.
We're gonna leave. We're gonna go walk around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't stuck nowhere. All right.
Are your suits going to be available on Amazon again? Because I got some cheap ones, but they rip after a few uses.
Yeah, the paint suits. Yeah, the paint hoodies. Ooh, we had a little paint pill right there. Man, I pulled that the wrong direction. So yeah, when I was pulling that, I was pulling it this way with both of them. And see how this one was pulling inwards? This will be a good example. This was pulling inwards with the other one, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to pull. See how the paint's this way? You don't want to pull this way. You want to make sure you're pulling in a direction like this. Yeah, I got a little sloppy there.
Dang it.
We can fix it. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it was so clean.
Can you do some more content on cutting and buffing? I know it's not as exciting, but could help a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think I do plan on doing one of those. It's not going to be this weekend. I'm pretty busy, but usually on the weekends I try to knock out 1 or 2 videos. See right there?
Oh, yep.
Jeez.
Right in the brain.
The brain.
Damn, I forgot all
Okay.
those lines were there. This thing's really popping now.
Yeah.
Painter Dominic said, tell Adam he needs to text me. I need to get some links. I have so many people acquiring on products that I've been showing through the week.
Okay.
So hit him up.
Oh, and also we have an Instagram shop now. So if you see our videos on Instagram on the LiME, you're going to be able to just link and buy right off of Instagram, which is pretty cool. I kind of scratched it right there a little bit too.
Christopher says, love your products and the show. Damn, lift. Tisk, tisk, Adam. Ouch, I seen that. I seen it. Insane in the membrane. I was telling my son-in-law about you. He knows you from Ogden.
Oh, really?
What's his name? Let's see if Adam sucks at names, but
I'll remember a face though. Tell me what he looks like.
What do you, or are you lying again? Do you?
I don't know.
I
don't know what
don't
I'm
think
good
so.
at. I'm good at leaf spinning.
You're not good at faces or names.
All you need on this is just a quarter or a half a spin, whatever you want to do. You don't need much. You don't need to hook it to a drill.
That's just a happy accident, Bob Ross love.
No big deal.
My wife wants to know if Salt Lake still has a hockey team. Yeah, we got the Arizona.
We bought them.
Yeah, Arizona Wolves or something. What were they?
Yeah, they were something.
Dang, I can't
But
remember.
we're still trying to figure out a name, right? Or did they figure it out yet?
I don't think so. I think they said they came up with a few, but they didn't.
I think it's gonna be the Yetis.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
But I don't know. I'm just saying that was one of the names they said.
The Grizzlies. Yeah, we have the Grizzlies, but
Yeah.
that's not NHL. But we did buy an NHL team.
Yeah. Are we still gonna have the Grizzlies? Do you know? Or are they gonna be gone?
I don't know.
Yeah, good question. We used to have the Golden Eagles, but they were also not NHL.
Oh, it was the Arizona Coyotes, I think.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, the same owner that owns the Jazz.
Ryan Smith.
Yeah, he bought that team.
I think it's Ryan and Ashley Smith they're the couple that bought the Jazz, and now they bought that NHL team.
Yeah, I heard they're going to be super expensive though, the tickets.
If they were cool, they'd bring a football team.
Yeah, they play on Sunday though, and we already talked about that.
Who cares? Freaking they had
like 80% of the state does.
They had the NBA here, and they changed the rules for when those NBA finals were here. They had little pop-up alcohol booths everywhere, where normally we don't have that. So see, they can change the rules.
Yeah, that's an exception. That's not actually changing the rules. But who knows? Well, sometimes we'll surprise ourselves. It's turned out really good. We got a few more. Hang in there, guys, because we're still giving away one more paint suit, and then we're giving away Blink, one of these helmet panels, and you can do this yourself.
Painter Dominic said, you should have came down this weekend for the super show, Adam and the wifey. I put in 10 cars, and 9 of them all placed, so I'm pretty proud of that. Damn.
Oh, really? Badass. Good job, man. Yeah, I saw Rob's has some, whatever, was it a truck? I don't know. Crazy car. But yeah, it's great stuff from down there. I remember when I went there, and the lowrider scene is awesome. They have a whole street that they block off, and I think I FaceTimed you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they rode down the street.
They rode down the street, yep.
Hitting the switches.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite. I love that.
Well, actually, Blast has a hopper, or what is that? What they call them? Hoppers.
They're cool. I like to see how well Clear Coat covers the webbing.
It actually does a really good job. I have it. I can show you. Actually, right after I get done with this, I have something cleared.
That truck was nuts. Right on, Dom. I've been loving the lives. That like you live in Cali, hit Valak was asking that because he said his wife used to live in Kearns, which is cool.
Yeah, that turned out good. We'll just give it a little brush. Yeah, and then what I would do to fix that, I would just run a little 16th right there. Not tape onto the leaf. You want to tape onto this, and then just touch that up with some candy. And,
Painter Dominic said, "Wifey, when you come, I'm going to put you in a hopper, and Adam's going to let me laugh out loud."
Okay.
Rob's truck painted was worked on for 26 years. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, it was. I guess he did it a long time ago.
Oh, God.
It's customized to the max.
I didn't see that. I'll have to, is it on his page or something? I guess I missed it.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram.
Dang.
All right, you can see how nice it turned out, just besides that one little spot right there.
They do want to see an example of it cleared.
Oh, okay. It's right here, actually. This is purple webbing on we have a pink base coat that you can see right here on it.
Oh, yeah, I love this helmet.
That's been clear coated. And as you can see, I mean, it has orange peel on it. And it was the first round. I would say whenever you're adding texture like this, it would be best.
Can't quite see it. Maybe back up or something.
Out of the way. Yeah, I would say to knock this down with 600 grit or 800 grit again, and then re-clear it one more time. I mean, that's usually what I like to do. You can see the orange peel right here. That's the best way. If you don't know what orange peel is, that's it right there. You can look at the light and see how it's just bumpy. It looks like an orange. When it's smoothed out completely, that shouldn't be like that. That should look like glass. You shouldn't see the texture there. That's exactly what orange peel is. I mean, you can see right here where there's it's a little raised, but I really can't feel anything. It covers really good. But yeah. But there it is, guys. Let's take one more peek of this, and then we'll spin that wheel, and then we'll let you go to bed. How's that sound? Or depending on where you're from, maybe you have to go to work.
And I can take my ponytail out.
There you go. Okay, let's spin the wheel.
Okay, here we go.
Good luck, guys. Wow, I'm not going to say that last name. Catavenus. Oh, that's Catavenus. That's easy enough to say. JJ Catavenus. Good job. You won. Yeah, cute little puppy there. Yeah, just go ahead and hit us up at info@limelinepaintsupply.com. Let us know your address, and you won paint suit. We just need to know large, extra large, or extra extra large, and then you'll get a raw panel like this, so you could try that out as well. See if what you can do with it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll go ahead and throw some clear on it. Probably, shoot, I might throw clear on this tonight real quick, so I'll have it for tomorrow. So I'll bring this to the show tomorrow. If you happen to be in Ogden, you can take a closer look at it. I think we're just finishing up a couple of questions.
They say it looks awesome.
All right, cool. Appreciate that. All right, thanks for being here, guys. Once again, we know there's other channels you can be watching. There's other things you could be doing. You could be sleeping, but you choose to be here with us, so we appreciate that.
JJ said you said the name perfectly.
Oh, there we
go. First time.
I was a little worried about that one. I hate slaughter people's names.
Is that the glamour that's on the helmet?
Yes, I've been using glamour on everything.
Are you gonna post pictures of it with it clear?
Yeah, I probably will. I'll show pictures of it tomorrow, maybe at the show. But yeah, I'll go just lay some clear on it right now, real quick. And Yeah, maybe I'll post it. I'll post it on the members page too. You guys can check it out there. All right, guys.
Okay, guys.
Once again, appreciate you being here. We'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you next Thursday. Have a good weekend, everyone.
All right, later.
Bye.